Oh yes, it's Tuesday. Let's tune in to Tukoriada, my friend. Let's just dive into what I call the unsung heroes of athletics. The people who perform under the radar. We don't pay attention, they're not glamorous, they're not flattering, they are not catching our eye, they're not eye-catching event. They're just one of those events you're sitting around, you're saying, when is the big thing happening? So you are in this moment of too many rounds, maybe 3 rounds, then 3 more rounds, 6 rounds, and then they have the final. I'm talking of field events. That's where I think we lose most of our fans. The last time I think you heard about this is when this guy, Michael Johnson, who is not going away from the news and the headlines, spoke about eliminating field events so that he can have the most attractive events, which is the running events, sprinting in particular, and maybe a few 5Ks in the GST. So there's this disdain, this what I call the day and age whereby we cannot just have attention span to watch things that are redundant. Yet in that redundancy, there's excellence. But most of us cannot invest enough time to see how field events in track and field unfolds. Hey, by the way, this is Tukoriada. You're welcome. You subscriber, you're listening to me so far. And if you have, click that button and enjoy the rest of the show. Yeah, let's stay with the field events. The reason why I'm bringing this field events scenario is because I think I've alluded to the fact that track and field is struggling to retain and recruit fans. The reason why is because we live in an age whereby our attention span is at the lowest, if at all we have any left. We live in an age whereby you're either clicking to something spectacular and it gives you maybe 30 seconds of what you want. The dopamine of the here and now. And so with that attention span comes an event like Javelin, the spear throwing event, if I may use the barbaric way or the way people look at the origins of the spear and the javelin and in sports. And I'm talking of a person, a human being, who lives about an hour away from where I was born in Nandi Hills, the western part of Kenya. He lives in Tinderet, which is when you drive down that valley, going towards the Kano Plains of Kisumu, Nyanza, you deviate into a road that takes you through this rural valley environment. I was there in 1977 with my father in a camp meeting. The last one, not the last one, I think that's one of the few that my father used to take me to as a pastor. Camp meetings is an Adventist thing. And I remember in Tinderet. The reason why I'm very particular about it is because it caught my eye that this guy, whom I haven't said his name yet, and here it is, Julius Yego. He hails from that village. Can you imagine? I'm just imagining in my head a village whereby I don't think they have facilities, or they have a stadium, or they have a gym, but he started falling in love with the javelin event, where you throw the javelin, the longer the distance, the better. That's where he hails from, this man. And his beginnings are right there where I've just talked about, I visited at one point. He falls in love with the event, but he has no coach, but he's inspired. And he takes himself through YouTube coaching sessions where he learns how to be a good javelin thrower. Technically, how to approach it, how to run it, and how to do all that stuff. He does this in a way that when I talk of him now, I think is worth saying that not only does he get himself better in the sport, the field event of javelin, he ends up winning the world championship in 2015 in China. Did you see where I started with you? I started in a small village, rural, no facilities, nothing. This guy self-taught, self-schooled, self-coached himself to be a world champion in 2015. He became later in an interview, they started calling him YouTube athlete. In this day and age, people fixing stuff using YouTube It works for many people. You're fixing your car. Maybe like for me, I started knowing how to be a YouTuber by watching other YouTubers. So YouTube has become a world championship coaching environment. And this guy, Julius Yego, that's where he started. His first YouTube he talks about is the world record holder, a Czech, Jan Zelensky, 98.25 or 28, if I remember correctly, meters, world record holder to this day. And that's what he started watching, and he became a student, and he became an athlete. He became a guy who went to Kapsabet Boys down about half an hour from my house again. So I'm looking at the radius where this guy grew up, around the area that I'm familiar with. It becomes something of an anomaly for me, yet I see it as something very inspiring, and that's why I call him the unsung hero in a country whereby athletes perform under the radar, unsupported. Lack of support, that's a fact for him. And he's not a glamorous guy, but he went ahead and won the World Championship in 2015 in Javelin, beating a field and throwing the best throw of his life of 92 meters. That is 6 centimeters below his rival. No, I didn't say meters. He is 6 meters below his idol and somebody whom he admired watching YouTube. In 2016, Julius Yego goes to Brazil and wins a silver medal. That is development that honestly it's worth even, I don't know what it's worth, but it's worth being acknowledged. And I think I'm almost paying this kind of homage, if I may use that word, giving him a shout out, giving him his flowers for what he has inspired in a country that doesn't even give attention to field events. Kenyans, we are known for runners, steeplechase, 5,000, now marathons, that's all we are known for. The Faith Kipyegon of this world, the Beatrice, the Eliud Kipchoges, you can mention all the runners, but nothing about field events. But Julius Yego defies all that. He's an oddball, so to speak. He wins World Championship in 2015, silver medal in Brazil. And then he fades away until this last Saturday in Silesia, Poland. He comes back from the dead and wins the Javelin after almost 5 years of nothing and injuries in 83.28. I'm here to tell you that never count the Yegos and the Julius in Javelin. Unsung hero indeed. Unflattering character. A national icon in field events. Julius Yego, a massive character. This Tukoriada never shies away from paying homage and shining light where it needs to be shown. Julius Yego, a true ambassador in sports and athletics, and particularly field events where Kenyans are irrelevant or we don't even exist. But here comes the lights. The light that shines, the star from the east, Julius Yego, my man. Javelin world champion, 2015, silver medalist in Brazil in the Olympics. And he won in Silesia this weekend. Another win, another massive accomplishment in his resume of field events, in Javelin in particular. That's me saying, Asante sana, kakangu. You're the greatest, man. I don't think we ever have anything that close to excellence in field events. Julius Yego, my man.